Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we're doing things a little bit differently. We're not doing a how-to video, but a where-to on the best walks in West Dunbartonshire. Now, over the last 12 months, walking has played a very important role in just about everybody's life, and we think it's really important that you keep it up. Turns out that walking for just 30 minutes a day can have huge impacts on your health. So here is a list of all the ways that walking can help your health. So we also understand that doing the same walks day after day after day can take some of the fun out of it. So that's why we're making a video series to showcase some of the best places to go for a walk in Dunbartonshire, which it turns out, when it dries, can be quite a pretty place. Here, let me show you. So why not come with us on a journey and see everything that West Dunbartonshire has to offer. Now, before we take you to any of our favourite spots, I'd like to show you a few things that we like to take with us before we go on some of our rambles. The first thing is a good pair of shoes to keep your feet dry and secure. It can be boots, wellies, or a proper pair of trainers. It's entirely up to yourself, but a good pair of boots you can never go wrong with. Taking water with you is a great idea. Whether you're thirsty or not at the time, it's always handy to have some backup water. Taking some snacks, sandwiches, crisps, cheese, anything you want. My favourite is a chalky bicky to keep your blood sugar levels going. And lastly, a good old rucksack. In here you can keep all the stuff you've got here, but also I like to carry some spare clothing with me, and sometimes, depending on how long the journey is, a first aid kit too.
Our first walk is along the Dumbarton Rock coastal path. Starting at Dumbarton Castle Car Park, this walk takes you through some lovely wooded areas with plenty of different species of birds to see along the way. This is one of our easier recommendations with forgiving, flat terrain, but with some of the most spectacular views that River Clyde has to offer. There are plenty of places to take a rest, soak in the views, along with some great spots to nab a picture or two. For our next recommendation, we've headed inland and a little uphill to the Lancraig's Woodland Walk. Starting out from the car park at the top of Garshake Road, we head northwards up past the waterworks and beyond Baxter View to join the path up to the woods. Once you reach the woodland sign, you're greeted with multiple ways for you to do this excellent walk. All paths are very accessible and lead upwards towards the Square Woods, where you can find a part of Dumbarton's history, the Starfish decoy site. We will leave a link in the description below so you can find out more about this marvellous piece of history. Another thing worth mentioning about this site is that the views from the top are absolutely brilliant. For our next expedition, we're heading to the 100 Steps. For this walk, we have two variants, one being slightly harder than the other, but both start at the Renton Primary. From the school, heading over the railway bridge and up over the bypass flyover, you come across a set of steps that marks the beginning of our journey. Heading upwards, you are met with some amazing natural woodland, where you eventually meet the 100 Steps, although I suspect it's actually a few more than 100. Once you get past the steps, you're quickly met with some amazing panoramic views of Alexandria and Dumbarton. And with just a little more walking, you reach the Carman Reservoir. What a sight! Now, once you're at the reservoir, and if you fancy going a little bit further, you can follow the road towards Cardross till you get to a quarry, and continue uphill till you get to the fort ruins. And once again, the views here are spectacular, and the ruins are a great place to have a rest and a bite to eat. For our final recommendation, we have come to the Pappert Hill Community Woodland. This amazing walk starts on the west side of the O'Hare Estate in Pappert Hill, where you are immediately hit with some spectacular woodland accompanied by a huge gorge. Continuing upwards, the woodlands soon open up to provide you with some epic scenery. These open grasslands soon begin to disappear as you head into the magical forest surrounding the Pappert Hill. Just when you think that the forest can't get any thicker, suddenly it opens up, shining a light on the Pappert Well as if the forest is inviting you to come and have a look. Visiting the well is not something that can really be captured on camera. You have to come and visit it to really appreciate the atmosphere that surrounds it. Upon closer inspection of the well, you find out that not only is the water coming out of it some of the clearest I've ever seen, but it's also providing an ecosystem for some freshwater shrimp. Moving on from the well and up the last part of the hill takes you to the Pappert Stone and the spectacular views that accompany it. From the stone, it's a case of following the path back down the hill till you meet the same path that you took on the way up.
Well, that's all we have time for just now, guys. Thank you very much for watching and coming on this journey with us through West Dunbartonshire and some of our favourite places to go walking. If you do decide to do any of these walks and you'd like to share your experiences with us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, all of which you can find the details of in the description below, where we've also left a couple of website links for places with historical facts about the walks that we've just been on, along with some great routes that you can go rambling in West Dunbartonshire. Until the next video, thanks very much for watching. Bye everyone.